Vishnu Vadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srivate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Asatya Desatarane. However, my prostrate obeisances to His Divine Grace of Lord Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I remember that in Mayapur, Prabhupada told us he was very concerned that we in ISKCON at least preserve what he did. If we can extend it, very good. He would be very pleased, but at least we should preserve what he did. Because many times different spiritual movements, after the founder leaves, a charismatic leader, after he leaves, they live off his contributions, they sell his properties, and he didn't want that. He wanted us to at least preserve what he did, but if possible, expand it. So, of course, in about 10 years, we more or less doubled ISKCON. In Prabhupada's time, he made 108 temples, and after 10 years, we had 255. After another 10 years, we had about 350. Gradually now we have 600 to 800, plus thousands of Bhakti Diksha groups, thousands of non-heart groups, and farms and other things. So this is by the mercy of His Divine Grace. So Prabhupada, he told how he wanted to follow the instructions of his spiritual master, that he took this as his life and soul. And then he gave us many instructions. We're very fortunate that he sent me to India, and I was here in India, in Calcutta, then in Mayapur, and he told me to become an Indian citizen. That meant I had to give up my American citizenship and become an Indian. I was refused by the Marxist government in Calcutta. And then I transferred my registration to Bombay, and he requested Nachi's father, who was a member of the Raj Sabha, to sponsor me. Then we got about 30,000 devotees, people, public, to sign a mass petition. We had about 13 MPs and 7 ministers, and then maybe with all that influence, somehow I got Indian citizenship. But it was all by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. He had given many instructions. He wanted the TLDP, a temple of Vedic planetarium, and then Amber Prabhu and Rajavilas and others stepped forward to make this a reality. He wanted the special Vedic planetarium. We're still working on that. He wanted to unite the Saraswat family. He wanted to extend the Navadip Dham, the Coromandel Bhumi. He wanted to extend the congregational preaching. He wanted to extend the book distribution. He wanted to have a great vision. He said he could make the whole world Krishna conscious in a few years if his followers would follow him. But since he didn't think they would, therefore it would have to take time. So he told me to extend a Krishna conscious propaganda unlimitedly. I've not done that yet. I need help. So Prabhupada, he had a great vision. We heard from Hari Sri Prabhu and different devotees how Prabhupada, he gave out the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Nityananda. He gave out the mercy of love without considering who was qualified and who was not qualified. And people have dedicated their lives to try to serve Srila Prabhupada and assist his servants. So like this, in the Brahma Vaivardhan Puran, it predicts that someone will come and preach all over the world the holy name, and that they'll usher in a golden age of 10,000 years. Krishna had predicted this to the Ganga and all the holy places. So it's not just that Prabhupada saying, it's there in the Puranas, it's there in the Vedas. So now, on the Disappearance Day, we have a great legacy, a great responsibility to follow Srila Prabhupada. And we are already, our expiry date is there. And now the new generations, the next disciples, grand disciples, and future disciples of the Parampara have to implement this mission of Prabhupada. And we want to see that this heritage, this vision of Prabhupada to save the whole world will be fulfilled. Actually, during this pandemic time, we could take advantage to have everybody chant the holy names. Somehow, we're not doing it. There are many areas which we could implement. Somehow, we're not doing it. In some cases we do, some we don't. Now, Prabhupada, he gave his vision for the West. He said that Acharya cannot be expected to be a stereotype. He has to think out of the, uniquely, based on the existing time, place, and circumstance. So, therefore, Prabhupada, he would apply his intelligence to the different time, place, and circumstance. He was asked by his spiritual master to teach in the West. Apparently, Ramananda Prabhu said that when he was in Los Angeles, that the deities there, Rini Dwarkanath, they told Srila Prabhupada he should also preach in India, in the East. So, so therefore he did that. And from Los Angeles, he gave me the orders to come to India. Anyway, I'm very grateful. Prabhupada came to Mayapur many times. He had a great vision that Mayapur would be the spiritual headquarters. We know that how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Thakur, he wanted so much that this Krishna conscious movement would spread to the West. And he told in the one Navadip Parikrama, he said, in the future, I won't live to see it. In the future, one of my disciples will go to the West and spread Krishna consciousness, spread Lord Chaitanya's Vani, and bring back people to Navadip, to the Parikrama, from all over the world. So we are very grateful for the desire of our Param Gurudev, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Thakur, that he sent us to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada dedicated his life to giving us Chaitanya's Vani, and we should pay back the great debt we owe to Prabhupada and do whatever we can to spread this Krishna conscious movement. Apparently, some Grihasta said, please tell us about Radha Krishna intimate pastimes. And then Prabhupada said, you should follow the order of your guru. You should distribute books and preach. That's the intimate pastime. Now, Prabhupada, he told us how we could have the mercy of Radha and Madhav, how the Astasakhi, we could have the mercy by building the TLDP, by spreading the Sankirtan movement, distributing his books, distributing prasadam, and we thank all the devotees who have dedicated themselves to Prabhupada's movement, to Prabhupada's service, and we pray at Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet for his mercy to be able to fulfill his desires. Hare Krishna.